So what I like to do is just start getting people into thinking about where these live and pictures of where they are installed. So you can see in this picture, it's in a very remote location. So there's a good fit for a battery powered device. But it's also really looking then beyond level to what are the data analytics, what are the moving toward these insights or artificial intelligence type of functions that we can provide from a simple level measurement. So from here, a lot of folks want to understand, is my dosing pump working correctly? And we have a data analytic that allows us to indicate that very easily and alert on it if you're getting a low or high usage. And that analytic we just simply refer to as monthly usage. And here's what it looks like. So the typical tank is starting full and going to empty. And in this case, the monthly usage you can see is ramping up as we move into summer. Another application is, again, chemical tanks, but it's looking at is the end user using the product, or is it just stagnant and not getting used? Or is a competitor topping off the tank or something else going on with the tank? So we can do a data analytic that allows us to do an alert on a low usage, for example. Continuing on, a common question is, how do we get these installed? What's the cost of install? Do we install? For the most part, our customers do the install on these. They're very easy. They're battery powered. In this application where it's a flat top poly, you don't even need to drill a hole in the tank. You can put on a flange that has like a 3M foam tape, and this non-contact radar will peer through that poly and pick up your chemical level in the tank. So oftentimes our drivers or field ops will be our people that do the install of the monitors, making it very cost effective to deploy across your customer base. What if your tanks are stacked, like in this case, or what if it's a drum with a small access hole? So we have solutions, whether it's sealing tubes or what have you, to help you get these measurements. And so you bring the type of tanks you have to us, and we can help you deploy the technology and the accessories to make them work for your applications. How about a sump, a cooling water sump, or in this case, a storm sewer? Yeah, as long as we mount that sensor above the liquid surface and we can get a reflection off of that surface, we can make that measurement. So we have these monitoring tide water, monitoring ditch water in fields, rice fields, etc. This is a stormwater application that was in Florida, and you can see the trend there as it picked up the hurricane and the water coming in to the storm sewer during the hurricanes of 2024. So a lot of unique applications. Here's one just expanding our thoughts a little bit further, is a transfer tank in the back of a truck. In this case, I think it happens to be diesel fuel, but we can monitor that. In this particular case, there's a number of reasons to monitor it, but one of them was just managing theft and or loss of product in your tanks that are portable and they're out in the field. And so this is an option to help give you that visibility, give you that data, and more specifically, give you that insight or data analytic to make that easy to understand. Does it cover stacked tanks or portable tanks? Yes, we've done that. Does it handle tanks that have obstructions in them? Yes, work with our people as you go to deploy, but there's features and capability that we set up remotely on these things to accommodate these different challenges you might have in your applications. In this case, the particular sensor we had on had a low power mode that we could move it to. This was a shorter tank, so low power would be fine. And it helped us mute out some of the noise coming from the ribs in the tank, etc. Moving beyond tanks. So we have applications where people have filters, they're plugging unpredictably. Can we help with that? Yes, with that gateway, that 4 to 20 milliamp sensor gateway, you can, or we can supply pressure sensors, temperature sensors, etc., to understand the performance of, in this case, there was an application where it was a cooling water loop. It wasn't these particular filters, but it was other filters that were clogging unpredictably and causing problems in consistency in their cooling to their manufacturing processes. Can we do really tall tanks, and can we do them accurately? So yes, we can and do. And this is, really moving into this faster update rate for some of these types of tanks. And there's some things that we do there to manage battery life, extend battery life, while still getting good resolution of the tank monitors. So this is an area where I think we stand out from most of our competitors in being able to provide more of a hybrid or faster update rates for some of these applications that require it.